Hi, friends. Welcome to Yoga and Movement with Maud. My name is Maud, and today I want to welcome you to your Yoga for Jet Lag. This could also be called the yoga after a long flight or yoga for time differences. And so there are actually two different kinds of jet lags. One is where you actually need to stay awake, and one where you need to encourage some sleepiness and we need to fall asleep or at least be on a resting state. So, this class today is going to be the latter, where we are jet lagged and we want to kind of put the body in a state of sleepiness or restfulness so that we can keep up with whatever time in whatever time we are in now. So if you're doing this in bed, great, perfect. You get the message and you get the memo. I have my bolster, my pillow, and my blocks right here. If you're practicing on the mat, that's great. But we're going to be very low to the ground today, and we won't be staying there long. We are going to go through some movements and all that, and really try to use the breath as our tool to down regulate, to get this busy post flight mindset that we have of like go, go, go into a more sleepy state and a less wakeful state, just so we can get with the times. So I'm going to grab my bolster. So if you have a big pillow, go ahead and do that. And I would get this pillow sort of in front of you. If it's long, great. If it's not, that's fine too. But sort of put it between your knees right now as you're sitting hips on heels. And you can place a pillow or a blanket on top of it. And if you need a yoga block to sit on top of, you can actually do this as well. You can get a block or something else to sit on, just so it's a little bit friendlier to your lower back, whatever the case may be. And all I want you to do is to approach your prop, separate the knees apart, and just turn your head into the left side. As you're putting yourself here right now, make sure that your hands aren't gripping anything because that is still activity. And so if you could just let your fingers go, that would be great. And we're going to start to slow down the breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let it go, let it go. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale all the way out. Inhale to the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. This time, let's slow down the breath. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going like that. A few more breaths. Slowing the inhales. And even slowing the exhales. Making it a longer experience and a longer out breath. Eyes may be closed or let the eyelids feel heavy. Take one last exhale, make it long. And then just slowly turn your hands down, pick your head up, and keep looking down. You can remove the pillow out of the way, that top pillow or blanket, and just sway the upper body left and right, which means the lower back is going to feel something. And make it the slowest way possible so that maybe you inhale one, two, three, 4, 5 to the right. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left. Or you make it reverse. Whatever you're moving into right now, which direction you're going, it doesn't matter. Just make the exhales longer. Keep your head down. Eyelids, keep them heavy or keep your eyes closed. One more sway, side to side. And then turn your head over to the other side. And as you lie down here, notice the difference. Again, letting go of the fingers. Breathing in and breathing out longer. Keep breathing in and elongating your exhales. Usually when you've just come from a trip, there's either excitement or anxiety, a bit of a panic sometimes, depending on what your experience was at the airport. Hopefully, no lost luggages and things like that. But these things do happen. And so by the time we get to our hotels and our places to stay, there's just been a lot of swirl in our heads. And it's hard to let go when there's plenty to look forward to. There's plenty of events that are ahead of you. And so I understand how maybe now trying to induce this state of restfulness can be hard in your brain, but it can be done. And the breath is a powerful tool to slow us down. One more breath, inhale, exhale. And then slowly turn the head forward and down. You can perhaps let go of your pillow for now. And just come into an elbows down child's pose, and maybe the hands can just be on top of each other. Put your head on top of it, your forehead, and you sort of just let go. Still intentionally breathing and exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly crawl forward, and you can set all those props aside, your pillows and stuff, and get down to your bellies. And make the same hand on hand pillow. Turn your head over to one side, whichever side that is. Lift your legs up and make a windshield wiper movement here, just dropping the feet left and right. You don't have to count the breath here anymore. You can just sort of let go. You can feel this in your lower back. You can feel your legs getting heavy. And perhaps about this time you already notice some feeling of slowing down and down regulation of your breath. A down regulation of your energy. And you send your feet left and right one more time. Nice job. Slowly place it down. All I want you to do is roll over to your left side or whichever side you're on that where you can keep looking at me. You can again place a pillow underneath your head or just your hand and your arm, whatever the case may be. All I want you to do is if you're on your left side, then your left leg is long and your right leg is bent. But if you're on the other side, then it's the other way around, right? So the side that you're on is the leg that is long. Make a pillow out of your bicep, or again, have an actual pillow here. You're on the one side, you're rolling onto your left or right side, but I want you to tip your head a little low so that you're almost trying to look towards your feet that's ahead of you. And again, the eyes could be closed or the eyelids are heavy, keeping that one leg bent. I'm keeping that one leg bent because I really want us to take a chance to open up the hips because if you've just been in a flight, then you were probably feeling a bit constricted in your seat, even though you were in first class and all the luxury classes, there's still a sense of confinement, more confinement than what you're used to. But right here, just gently bend that leg and nothing much is going on. Deep breath in and out. Just breathing slow and steady. All right. Now, if this is your right leg, keep your right hand down and just send your right knee down. Send your right foot back. Send your right knee down as if you're twisting. Slowly send it back. This sort of rocking forward and back can induce a state of a cadence, rather, where it's easy for yourself to not have to think about anything else because you're sort of kind of in this rhythm. So you're perhaps not as distracted, not as swirly in your thoughts and in your mind. Perhaps making that right leg feel heavier and heavier each time. One more time. Forward and back. This time, just drop that right knee down. And you can find a very small twist. So I don't want you to do the usual twist where the chest is up to the sky, but I do want you to turn your chest a little bit up and then just leave your right hand on top of your right hip. If you want a pillow or a block underneath your right knee, you can do that as well. But keep your head dipped low, like I said, as if you're looking towards your long legs foot. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep breathing that way. Slow as you go. After your last exhale, keep the right knee where it is or the bent leg where it is and just turn your torso back towards your bed or your mat. And then you can sort of hug something in, a pillow or whatever it is, and then just keeping that right leg bent. You can sway the hips left and right, having a little bit of movement on that lower back. Slow as you go. Breathing in and out. Mm. And slowly straighten that leg. You can revisit those windshield wipers if you want. You can set your head any way you want, but separating the knees as wide as your mat and then just dropping the feet left and right. All right. I'm going to turn to the other side because you can keep looking at me. But I want you to roll onto that other side, whether that was the right or the left side, but it's the other side. And so just rolling in again, you can place a pillow underneath your head. You can make a pillow with your bicep. If you're on your right side, then your right leg is long, and then this left leg is bent. A little dip on the head, as if you're trying to look towards your right foot or the foot of the long leg. Just breathing in and out here. Opening this hip. Well, we're not going to do a big hip opener class because that will just be going against what we're trying to achieve here, which is to induce a sense of restfulness and perhaps some sleepiness. Let everything slow down, like your thoughts, your breath, energy. You can count your breath still, or you can just keep breathing slow and making sure your exhales are longer than your inhales. All right, you can always hit pause on the video if you want to stay here a bit longer. Otherwise, it's drop that bent knee down and then slowly lift it up. Let the foot kind of stop at a point where you're not really looking up towards the ceiling. And again, inducing a sense of rhythm and a cadence. Rocking is so good to downregulate the nervous system or to just regulate the nervous system, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But perhaps you exhale as you send the knee down, and you inhale as you open that hip back, whatever feels good to you. This always feels good to me in my lower back, the outer hip as well. Maybe do one more time, stepping back. Before you drop the knee down, you're still on your right side, or whatever side you didn't do. And you can have a pillow underneath this knee. Again, you can always open up so that your chest is not necessarily facing the ceiling, but almost like 45 degrees or halfway there. And left hand can be on that hip. The head is still kind of tilted, so you're looking towards your bottom foot right here. And your eyes are closed. Facial muscles are relaxed. And it's funny, even though we are not necessarily wanting to think fast and think quick and act with excitement and anticipation for the next day, whatever the trip has, held for you, or maybe you are coming home or you have gone home and you have come home. It's so easy to let the mind swirl because if it's not like an agenda on your trip, it is laundry, it is work, it is stuff. So right now, just focus on being here. Breathing in and out. One more time. And then slowly roll on to your backs. Whether you're flat or reclined, just send the knees towards the chest and rock left and right. Slow as you go. Hands can be on the knees or your shins. Let the rock be slow so you can revisit those old breathing patterns that we did, longer exhales than the inhales. You're probably like, oh my God, why would I do that? It's because it actually works. And the hope is that you will go from counting to no longer counting because you just know what it feels like to breathe out longer. All right, stop in the middle. All I want you to do is to lengthen your leg up. You can have a block underneath, you can have a pillow underneath, you can have your feet on the wall as long as the legs are up and the legs are lengthened, but they're still remaining loose. Opening your palms up. You can just sort of hang in there. You don't even need to do the usual things that we do, which is like ankle circles and all this business. Let's minimize the movement for now and just stay right here with the legs elevated. It actually helps for us to aid the heart in having to fight gravity all the time and sending blood towards the brain. And so this is good. Regardless of jet lag, we should be doing this every day at the end of the day. Keep your legs lifted, but send your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Keeping the breathing slow. You can hit pause on the video if you want to stay here longer. Or you can bend the legs, send the feet down ever so gracefully. You can lift your hips, take any props away, underneath. And then separate the feet about as mat width apart, or as wide as the mat, even wider. And then you can bend the legs and knock the knees together with the hands on the belly. Eyes closed, eyelids heavy. Lengthen the back of the neck. It's just easier to breathe. And you can hit pause of the video if you want to do something else. Or you can separate the knees and drop the knees to the right. Let it linger there. Slowly send the knees up and drop them to the left. Hands remain on the belly to remind you to keep breathing and to keep the breath felt right here in the belly, the rib cage, as the diaphragm goes down on the inhale to make space for the lungs. Just slowly send the knees left and right, spending about a full breath on one side or on either side, rather. One more time, dropping knees left and right. And whichever side you dropped last, just roll onto that side. You can grab your big pillow, you can grab your block, whatever, or blanket you have in bed, and I want you to come into fetal position on that side. Something can be between the legs, just to kind of keep the pelvis neutral. Dip your head down a little bit. Give yourself a nice, nice warm hug right here in this fetal position. You're curled up. And you inhale in through the nose. And you exhale. Let it go. This is where we conclude class. So if you want to turn off the video, that's great. If you want to pause, but I do want to thank you for being here. Thank you for taking care of yourself and for minding your jet lag and for down regulating your energy. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.